everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. How you doing today? I hope everyone is well. Welcome to my little yarn corner. Um, Everything is going good. Rory's doing real well. I want to finish up my Ola Joe's crochet month, National Crochet Month. I have a couple of things. Oh, maybe I'll finish it up. We'll see how far I get. Because I have a couple of things to show you, a couple of things to talk about besides National Crochet Month. But it is the 27th as of filming. So I might not get through all of them. So let's see. And I do want to thank you all for joining me. I want to thank my new subscribers so much for coming in. My old friends, thanks for coming back. Let's see. Do you want to see what I worked on first? Okay. Where is it? This is my whip corner over here. This is what this has turned into. And they're kind of all over the place. I straightened up a little bit. Didn't help. So I did work on Amanda's. I'm to the point now on both. They're both the same length. And they really and truly are equal in length. So, well, that one's falling, but they are equal size and length. Both sides of the panels. So I'm going to say on me, we were going from the top down. This would be crop style. If I was making the top, I would stop here and it would be a croppy, like meet the top of your pants on me. She wants it to be a dress, so it probably needs to be, well, definitely at least double this length. So probably 2 more sections of the variegated, and then we'll see how it fits her, you know, as far as the length goes, because we're crochet from the top up on Pamela's top. So this is her top pattern that it will be a cover up. So I did work on both of those panels, got them both to the same size, and they are turning out to be pretty equal. So that whole crochet one and then the other at the same time is working out really well. Thank you, Dina, from Dina's Homespun Fun. That was a really great idea for her, or from her. I'm using cotton fair yarn and a 4mm clover. And then I decided I needed to make, it's not that I need to, but I want to make a blanket for my nephew, wedding shower. They're getting married in June. The shower is in about 4 weeks. So I started, I had thought about this. I got the pattern for, this is a, they're calling it a wheel throw, but it's the Bavarian stitch. This is one of those Michael's tear-off things, and it's a square pattern, and I thought, maybe I'll do that. I did do the Bavarian stitch on a pot holder a couple of years ago. If you've been around, you might have remember when we were doing the crochet calendar thing. There was a pot holder in the Bavarian stitch, and I loved the stitch. I mean, I enjoyed making it. It is kind of a yarn eater. I think it's all treble crochet, so it does kind of work up fast. I am using a DK weight yarn, Cheerful DK from Hirschner's, but I am following, this is the yarn I'm using, Cheerful DK. It is a 3-weight anti-pill acrylic, 100% acrylic, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 273 yards, 250 meters, machine wash, live flat to dry, made in China. It says use a 5mm hook. With this, I am using a 5mm hook. I believe I am. I think I am. I have it written down, but I'm following Crystal's pattern for the rectangle one from Crystal from Bag O' Day. she's doing she did a rectangle in ombre yarn, and I thought, I really, I want it to go across the back of the couch if that's what they want to do with it, or lay across the foot of the bed, and so rectangle is really a better shape for what I was looking for. So this is what I've got so far. I'm only doing it in the off-white color, cream. No other, there'll be no other color. I just wanted it to be like classic, and I haven't sewn these together, but at the end you tighten up those circles. So this is what it's looking like, and I think it's doing it. I do a couple rounds. I need to probably speed up on it a little bit, but I have been working on this, and I have been working on that top for Amanda, and then I started. I know I'm not supposed to be starting. I need to be finishing because I have more whips than what I'm really comfortable with right now. But I started, and I can't find the bag. Oh, here it is. Angela from My Precious Yarnery asked some of us Zoom sisters to test a pattern for her. Well, I can't show you the pattern, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a sneak preview of the yarn I'm using. This is Elements Panoramic DK. Look at that! Isn't that awesome? It is 60% acrylic, 40% cotton. So I'm thinking summer nights at the camper. When it's chilly and you just got on like a t-shirt or whatever, because the colors are just so fun, and bright and cheery, and I love them. And so I thought, this is what I want to do her shawl in. I didn't buy this yarn. This was gifted to me from Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too. I don't know where she got it, and I only have these 2 skeins. So it's going to be as big as these 2 skeins. But I totally think it's gorgeous. The yarn is gorgeous, and it's working into a beautiful, beautiful shawl. I can't show you that yet, but you're going to love it. So that's just a sneak preview of the yarn. So that one's a priority, as well as this, because I think she wants the shawls done by May, and I have to have this done by like April 23rd or something for the wedding shower. So there's that. And I did make another gnome last night. I was like tired of blankets and repetitive patterns. Well, I mean, I never really get tired of repetitive patterns, because if you get a little bored with it, you can just pick up a different whip, but I got in the mood, and so I made another gnome, one of the PP gnomes from Nova Gnome Creations. And you have seen the PP gnomes if you've been here before. I did make this one with the black hat before, and now I've changed. I changed the beard. This beard was made out of fur, and it wasn't supposed to be. It's not the greatest beard, but for who I'm giving it to, it's perfect. It's the perfect for her husband, because he had and it's not even like really triangular. I screwed it up, but it's okay because it fits over his feet like that, and it looks cool, and I'm real happy with it. But I kind of like the gnomes when they have the stringy beards. I kind of like that look, and so Naomi gave me this one and for Christmas gnome for 2023, and I just kind of like the look of that. So these are real small, and I didn't know how it would, do, because he's so small. But I like the string, and what I did, I don't really necessarily want to, so this is the body, and we know what that is, but it's not very tall. So I changed I made the hat, and I made the nose, And for the PP gnome, the nose has to be attached to the hat or the beard. If you do the solid construction beard, you can attach to the beard. I only attached to the brim. So I made the brim of the hat a little bit bigger so it could accommodate holding the nose better. And then I sewed the nose to the hat, and then I just took the threads and knotted them. We have a back loop round here, or a front loop round, or whatever. And so I just knotted some strings to the hat. So when you pick up the hat, the hair comes with it, and then you see the PP underneath. So that being said, this is how I made this hat. And it was a little more time consuming than just sewing a beard together, to do it this way. Because you had to cut the strings and then individually put them on. But I kind of like the finished product like that, because I do like the stringy beards on the gnomes better than the solid beards. So that's with the bright blue hat. They don't take too long to make, and if I wasn't watching movies, I probably could have made 2 in the same amount of time. But we were watching movies, so that's how that goes. But I was like, all the things I'm working on are small yarns. Like the most active whips that I have are small yarns and tiny, smaller hooks, and taking a while. So I wanted something that I could complete. I needed to get that completion done, and so that's what I worked on. But these 3 whips are my like really active whips right now, because 2 of them are on a time frame. And so then when I get those done, I will go back to my sweater and the stingray, manta ray, or whatever that I was looking for, the book for, and I haven't started it. I really and truly want to start it, but I've been fighting myself. No more starting. You have to finish these other things, particularly the time-consuming things. But like I said, I did break down, and I made the Pinot. And I'm going to have to tell you, Jaxie, my good friend Jaxie from Creations by Jax, we were in Zoom one afternoon, and I'm crying because I look like a boy. And everybody has been so gracious. They all say my hair looks great. But it's way shorter than what I wanted. And Jaxie taught me how, because see how short this hair is here? It's like literally like 1.5 inches long. But Jaxie taught me how to fluff it out with gel, and fluffing it out where it's not flat like this against my head, I like it so much better on the sides. And I just love you to death for that, Jax, because I'm much happier with the hairstyle. But I washed my hair, and I blew it dry, and I fluffed out the sides and the top, and then I put my glasses up here, and it dried that way. So now the glasses have to stay. So that's why I'm wearing glasses on top of my head. You guys hardly ever see my glasses. I don't like to film with them on. It gives me a funny glare. And I wear them on top of my head at home quite often, because I don't wear them for close-up, anything close-up. Even though they're bifocals or maybe trifocals, I'm supposed to wear them. I just can't see right with them, so I take them off. And they go on top of my head quite frequently. Enough that my hair dried funny because of it. So I'm like, okay, glasses are going back on. I know, that's funny. So where are we on this? We did the granny square, why I crochet. Okay, so we're gonna go number 26. So today I said was the 27th? Isn't that what I said? So I'm only a day behind right now. Yeah, so that's good. So number 26 on National Crochet Month Challenge is favorite background noise. Usually I'm listening to YouTube videos while I'm crocheting. Sometimes TV. If it's we watch more movies than anything else. I don't watch anything except for if my husband has on Expedition Unknown, I will pay attention to that show. But the regular TV, I never turn that on. Netflix, Disney sometimes, Prime once in a while. But mostly I watch Netflix or YouTube. Um, and with Roy being home, we've been doing a lot more movies than normal. Um, so I do like to crochet with something in the background. But my favorite thing is probably when I crochet with my Zoom sisters and we're chatting it up and having, yarn talk and other talk. But that's usually when I do my, I crochet mostly in the evenings, because you're doing other stuff during the day. And I Zoom with them several days a week. So that's my favorite background noise is they're the background. Podcast or music, podcast. Uh, um, Yarn storage. Well, God knows, we all know I have a problem with yarn storage. And I'm going to tell you, we really truly do plan on selling this house in the winter. This after Christmas. We're retiring after Christmas, and this is a multi-level home. We don't want a multi-level home for retiring. We don't want it now, but we don't know really where we're going to live, because that's part of what we are doing when we retire. We want to travel and decide where we're going to live, find our retirement home. So I'm going to have to start boxing up my yarn, because I can't leave it here when I move, particularly when I don't know where I'm moving to. So that's going to be not fun. And I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to want to store it, just in plastic bins, in the bags in the bins. That's what I'm thinking. I'll just bag up my bin, but I think the bins would hold more if the yarn wasn't in bags. So I might be unbagging and reboxing. Those might be some videos coming up in the near future, a little at a time. But I have so many things I need to get rid of in this house. Before I do that, the yarn is probably going to be one of the last ones that I decide to box up, because I play in it all the time. But storage is always an issue, isn't it? I have shelves, I have bins, I have baskets. Even this area of this room has become such a disaster area, because it's got all my whips and my scraps and my amigurumi stuff. And I try to, I feel like I want to sew and make bags. I was supposed to do that last year, 2023. I wanted to sew bags, crochet and sew bags, so that all the Christmas gifts, or 90% of them, would go in reusable market bags or shopping, or, whatever kind of bags. I'm not that good of a sewer. I didn't have a lot of excuse me, practice time, because I was crocheting more instead of sewing. So I still have my sewing machine sitting here. I still want to do that. I still love the idea of it, and yet I'm always so behind on my crochet, I don't take the time. So anyway, that's off the tangent. That's a whole nother tangent. Something I'm proud of as far as crocheting goes, I'm going to say my YouTube channel. All in all, my projects, I'm proud that I learned to knit. I mean, I'm not real good at it. I've only done a couple of things, but I couldn't do it before last year, so I'm proud of that. I'm proud whenever I finish a project that turns out correct. I'm proud that I learned to read patterns, because a couple of years ago I couldn't do that. But mostly I'm proud of, well, the biggest thing is being part of the Boggy Creek Blanket Brigade, and what we did this past year and what we want to do this coming up year. That's the most proud. I have to say that is the most proud. The blankets that we received, the outpouring from the community, being part of the community. I'm so proud to be part of this community. I have a lot of crochet stuff that I'm proud for. God strike me dead, I'm probably overly proud, but I'm proud of the fact that I even started a channel and reached out, and then found so many friends. It's amazing. The whole thing is amazing to me. So, yeah, I'm going to say Boggy Creek Blanket Brigade is really something I'm probably the most proud of, uh, for sure. Let's see. Newest make. Oh, that's my little Pinot. We just talked about him. I don't know what his name is yet, but I know that they're all going to have a name when I give it to them. It doesn't have to necessarily be a name that sticks, but they're all going to have funny names like Peter and Johnson and um, Harry and those kind of names. Uh, when I give them to my friends, I need to make about 5 or 6 of them for sure, including one to keep for myself. But they can name them whatever they want once they get them. But I'm going to hand them to them and say, "This is Harry, this is Dick, this is Peter," or whatever. And they're all going to have blue feet. The ones that I give to my friends. If I make more after that, they won't necessarily have to have blue feet, but all of my friends are going to have blue feet. I think the rest of them are going to have the stringy beards, and they'll all have different color hats. And that doesn't matter what the hat colors are. But that is my newest finished projects, anyway, is that for the gnome from last night. Frog Oopsie Daisy. This is number 30. I do frog if I have to. Um, I know that there are people that say, don't fudge, don't fudge. I'm sorry, Madonna. I'm sorry, Trish. Sometimes I fudge. If it's one stitch, I'm probably going to fudge. If it's not going to leave a hole, if it's not going to be something that's going to be noticeable, probably going to fudge. If it's a hole, like you really screwed that one up, then of course I'm going to frog. I don't necessarily oppose frogging like Jax. She's a no frog zone. She's going to fudge it. And I'm cool with that. This project that's going to be given away to someone, I'm not going to want to frog. I mean fudge. I'm going to want to frog it. I'm going to want it to be perfect, or as perfect as I personally can make it. The gnomes, if I miss a stitch in the hat, or no, we're going to frog. We're going to fix that and make it all better. So a lot of it depends on the project or how it's turning out, if I, can fix it or not. When I made a quilt one time, my mom said, there's a thing about quilting, and I don't know if it really holds true. I've made one quilt, and I really don't know quilters too much, but apparently it used to be a thing, if you're quilting, that you always have at least one mistake in your quilt, because God is the only one that makes anything perfect. So they intentionally, my mother told me this, like I said, don't know if it's true. Quilters will intentionally put a small mistake, a small misstitch in one of their project, in every project, so that it's not perfect. So I'm okay with that. If it's good enough for quilters, it's good enough for me. But certain things you do want to be. If I'm giving it away, then and it's a stuffed animal, and one leg is maybe a little rounder than the other one, I don't care. So it kind of depends on the project. But I am not a no frog zone, but I am definitely also a fudge it zone. So whatever works. And if it's a project that I hate, it's probably, if it gets to that point, it's probably either fudge it or frog the whole thing. Fudge it or forget it. And then the last thing on here, we're going to be done with this challenge, and we're going to be done early, is anything. I can say anything. Well, I say a lot of anything all the time now, don't I? I don't know what anything can be. Anything that I'm thinking of right now is I have way too many whips, but yet I have so many more projects I want to start. How is that for you guys? Are you like that? Like, I know a lot of my friends have way more whips than I do. I like to have 3. I like to have one that is like mindless enough I can take it in the car and crochet, You don't have to have a pattern or a tutorial to follow, because you don't have space for that when you're crocheting in the car. You know, you got your yarn bag and sit it on the seat or the floor or whatever in your project. So I like to have something real mindless for that. I like to have something that's a little more complicated to keep your brain going, give you a little bit of a challenge, and then something else, something different, something, you know, just something for variety. I don't mind having 3. Right now, I have boggy blankets that I have to make, like from the squares, and I'm counting that as a whip because the squares are made. I have the squares from the willow squares. Those are made. So I have, that's a couple. But I'm just going to count it as one. I have my grape sweater. I have my rectangular sweater, duster sweater that I want to make. I haven't started the man ray, but I have it right here to make. I started a boggy blanket with the hearts from Donna Cooper's patterns. I took that to Florida. I haven't touched it, but I want to finish that one. I still have my multivalence from last year. I still have the Sophie's Choice. I still have the sweater I'm supposed to knit, that I was supposed to knit with Laura from Mandy's Crochet and Farming. And then I have the 3 that I'm working on over here. That's like 11 that I can just look at right here and say, these are, and I'd like 3. Oops, 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, it's a bit much for me. Plus, I need to make many more of these. Because I'm, you know, I have plans for those. So, yeah, I have things. And I'm crocheting Judy's thing. Judy from Witch Piece Craft, her Shutterbug. It's just a little thing, but that's all I can fit into my schedule right now. And I love doing that. Like, you can do those in an evening, and I follow the pattern, and I'm having fun with that. I think that's, well, Jackie from Crochet 80 HD, she's doing the 2 squares a month, I think it is, or 2 squares a week, I don't know. I started that kind of with the grape sweater, and I did like 30. So I think I'm done with that. I think I kind of caught up and surpassed, because I think you were supposed to have enough that you could like make a blanket or something at the end, but I think I did all of them at one time. Let's see, I think then, oh, you guys, that's what else I wanted to tell you. Let me grab, I think they're over here. I was looking, where did I put them? Did I take them back upstairs before I showed you? Hold on. Which one pauses? I think. Okay, so yeah, I was going through, I was looking for, when I was looking for the stingray, I keep looking over there because that's where the yarn is. I was, wait, I'm missing still. I'm still missing something. Oh, gosh. Behind the knee. What did I do with it? I don't know where I put it right now. Anyway, I was looking and I found some Afghan books. I don't even see the one that I was going to show you first. Oh, there it is. So I was looking and I thought, goodness gracious, hold on. I got to find them. It's driving me crazy. Okay. Sorry. Thanks for waiting. So I found these Afghan booklets and whatevers that I got. Now look at this. What a cute scrapgram would that be? And I'm thinking even just circular, change the color every row or every 2 rows or whatever. How easy would that be? You don't really need a pattern to make a circle, right? But I looked at that and I thought, I want to do that. I want to make a circle blanket and like do rainbow colors or even bright colors, a neon color, you know, and make a circle blanket. Just increase every row or two, right? And look at this one. How cute would that be for a boggy blanket? I don't know the size on it, but isn't that adorable? Even though they crochet all of these on. No, I'm not doing that. But then they had, so I wanted to share this one with you because I think that is such a cool idea, and that's another whip to happen. Then, and they had, this is the front of this. This is a Hirschner's book, but this is knitted because I thought, oh, we could just, you know, add a couple of squares into the granny square blankets that I'm making, but those are knitted and way not in my wheelhouse. But then they had these I got from Hirschner's as well. This is because I made a Christmas blanket for Boggy Creek last year, one or two, and I want to do that again. So look at this. Each granny square is a different, which, yeah, that would be a little time consuming to do. But if you only did a couple in, you know, the 40 by 40 square blanket, it wouldn't be too outrageous. But I think I want to try that with just some like scrap yarns or whatever. Then they have this one. Look at this. I would imagine you can get these by now on their website, but those are just they're just, it's packages or bells. They're bells. Cute, right? I mean, the whole Afghan wouldn't have to be, I mean, they only have 9 in this picture, so that wouldn't be too terrible. And then they have, look at this. If you put that in the middle of a circular blanket, so you didn't have to do, like, then just crochet around it in a circle if you didn't want to do the whole Halloween themed thing here, because for me that would be a bit much. But even if you did like the witch and then just did a variegated like that all the way around until it was like a 40-inch square or a 40-inch circle, how cool would that be, right? And these are just, I got them, they were probably 99 cents or something on the Hirschner's website. Then Annie's, I got this from Annie's, and I thought, I don't know, what do you guys think if you did something like put this in the center? Not necessarily with, but it's kind of cute. You know, it says heard that. If you just made the cow and then just put squares around it or made a big square around it or rectangle or whatever. Or there's this one with the goat. And of course there's a chicken and like this is more adult, but I thought the kids might find that kind of cool. And there's charts and stuff. This came from Annie's. There's, yeah, those are the only ones in here. But I saw the cow and I thought, you know, heard that. I think the kids would think that was kind of cute. But I wouldn't, you know, just make the wall hanging without the fringy parts and then just go, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think things like that would be something that the kids would like? I did. And then I found, I have this old Afghan book and I looked through some of it as well. And there were some, I didn't mark them, so I don't remember what they were. Or maybe I was looking for this through this one for the, yeah, I think I was looking at this for the Afghan that I decided to make the Bavarian stitch. But I do like those. Those are bright and cheery. So anyway, I think I might, and I wish I could do like, I can't do like a crochet along on those because those are written patterns by somebody else. But you know what, I'm going to check Hirschner's website and see if they still have those, and I'll put it in the description box if Hirschner's still has these. And look at this one on the back. Cute, right? They're appliques. You just sew those on. And the So you make this thing in the center. I gotta put these over here. So you make the center square with the white, and these are appliques on, and then the snowflakes are squares. You know, they're just like granny squares, except snowflake squares. And then you sew those around the snowman. I couldn't think of the name. But I'm thinking, you know, maybe these are free now on their website, you know, the patterns for these blankets. And so anyway, I was thinking if you just kind of take parts and put them into another blanket, that could be kind of interesting. What do you guys think? Do you think that would work? I know, like, this would require lots of bottles and technical stuff, which I like to do a little technical stuff once in a while. So if I made a few and put them in another squared blanket, I think that would be doable. To do all of those, no way. I would never finish, and maybe I would never even finish beyond one, because it would be like, oh God, Lynette, no way, what are you thinking? But I'm wondering if those are on Hirschner's, maybe you know, free or whatever, maybe that would be something I would do as a crochet along. What do you guys think? Would that be fun to do that, like a square a month, and then put them into a blanket at the end of the year? I think it would be really fun to have a bunch of different Christmassy themed blankets next year, or not just Christmas, but all holidays. But I had these. I thought, that could be interesting. And then I liked the cow thing. So I thought that could be fun too. So let me know what you guys think. That's it. That's all I got. It's almost 40 minutes now. I think I've talked your ear off enough. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. I really appreciate it. I will get this video up by tomorrow. I do like to add some music at the beginning, and then that makes it take longer to upload and do all that computer stuff. So I'm going to get that working, and you guys can see this tomorrow. And I am now officially done with the hashtag crochet month thing for Mola Joe. And everybody that I talked about hopefully will be listed in the description box below. I try to remember everyone. I did place a yarn order today. Don't tell. I know my secret is safe with you guys. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your week or weekend or day or wherever you're at. Don't mind my alfalfa sticking up over here. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.